this is just a quick video to show you how to convert your Raven 1911s from the green gas to the CO2. They do provide you with the CO2 conversion kit inside the box when you buy the gun, and you basically get a recoil spring and an upgraded hammer spring provided. So I'm going to show you how to install them. Firstly, before doing any work on your guns, make sure that your magazine is out, you're clear, there's nothing in the chamber, it's all good. So, I'm going to install the blowback spring first, and what you need is to take the top slide off. So, if you notice, you can see you've got two notches on your slide. Hang on. There we go. So you've got the first notch here, second notch there. You want this first notch. Pull it back so it just lines up. And on the other side, you've got a pin here that pushes all the way through. So when you've got it perfectly lined up, this should just come straight out, like so. Put that to one side, make sure you don't lose it. And then gently release, and your top slide comes off. So what we are changing here is this blowback spring. All you simply do is pull out the spring guide, the spring will follow. You might get a tube that comes with it, but don't worry, just push it back. So that's the green gas spring. Right, quickly unwrapped. You can see a difference in the spring. This is the CO2 spring, this is the green gas spring, and you can already see there's a huge difference in the length. So, if you get confused, the long one's for CO2. All you want to do, spring guide on the spring, insert back into the cylinder, and then you want the spring guide to go on this here. So, you can definitely feel more tension on the spring. There you go, that's installed. That's all you need to do on the slide. The next part is the upgraded hammer spring. So again, CO2 use only. Now when installing the hammer spring, you don't want to have the hammer engaged because you've got more tension on the spring, and when you push this pin out, it's going to come flying backwards. So all you've got to do, fire off the action. You'll notice here, just a little pin. So all you want to do is gentle tap or a push through. And then this should just slide off like that. Now, you've got a leaf spring here. Be careful this doesn't come flying out, otherwise you could be there for some while trying to get it back in. You've got tiny little rod here. This has to go inside the hammer spring, which is there. So you want to line up the two tracks on either side with the two feed followers. What you do, simply insert. Make sure you get that rod in the right place, otherwise this isn't going anywhere. There we go. Oh, yeah, you can feel some tension on that. And then just insert your pin back in. Right, those are the only two things you need to change for your CO2. All you've got to do is put your slide back on. Now, because I've fired off the action, just got to reset it. Slide goes back on. Slide goes back on, he says. And you want to line up the first notch again in the hole, lined up, and push down. Nice click, release, and it flies forward. Fire off the action, and all you got to do, test it, and it's done.